Welcome back to the weekend roundup number 2, match day 2 of the Prem, Bundesliga, and La Liga seasons. Well, I think La Liga actually is that match day 2. Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
So,
yep.
all right, sounds good. We'll start with the Prem. What do you think, Liverpool? Liverpool convincing performance?
Yeah, pretty much. They did pretty well. Mo Salah back on the score sheet. So I mean that's big for them. Always big for them.
Yeah, Jota another goal. They're looking good.
Yep. Yep.
I don't think they've conceded yet this year.
They haven't, I believe.
It's a good start for them.
Uh yeah, clean sheet. Big thing for Allison. Allison always trying going for that golden glove.
Chelsea, Arsenal, Big Rom getting on the score sheet on his debut.
Always big. Always big for Big Rom, man. He's gonna be a powerhouse in this league. And that he's
Yeah,
gonna be a game changer for them. Yep.
100%.
Huge.
I don't think Chelsea have conceded yet either.
Yep. Mendy playing really well. He's very underrated, I think. People don't really think too highly of him.
That'll change. I think people that paid attention took notice last season, but I think this season they'll start to he'll be up in the clean sheet, like the Golden Glove sort of race. I think people will notice. Arsenal didn't look. They had their moments, but overall didn't look great. I think not really sure what's gonna happen with them. Might be a long season for them.
I just think people need to lower their expectations. They're more in like a rebuilding type of phase, so they're still trying to find their identity as a team.
Mm-hmm.
So I think
Yeah,
our like Arteta's just trying to put the pieces together. And
yeah,
I mean, I think they just need to be patient. It's a long season.
yeah. Some of the big players might have to go. Alba, Lacazette might have to go. Make way for some younger guys to come in.
Yep.
They give playing time to the younger guys and they develop, then you never know. Smith Rowe, and Kedia,
Yep.
Martinelli,
And
all those
Kedia,
boys.
yep.
Saka as well, obviously.
Oh yeah, soccer. Yeah, that's huge. And I
Yeah,
mean, you don't want to stump growth by holding on to somebody that I mean should kind of like past their prime.
yeah, 100%. Especially when you're in a rebuilding phase and they're on big
Mm-hmm.
wages. Moving on though, Spurs beat Wolves 1-0. Dele Alli getting on the score sheet. Harry Kane making his season debut. What do you think?
Yeah, I think Tottenham fans can finally rest a little easier.
You
And
think he's
Arsenal
staying?
fans, I think he'll stay. I think he'll stay. I don't think City are gonna go for him. I think City. I mean, we'll get there, but I think Gabby J's that guy. So I think Tottenham fans can kind of rest a little easier now.
I think if he doesn't leave now, I think he might have to end up finishing his career out unless he goes in the next 2 years. That 6 year contract tied him down
Yep.
for a while.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see. Deli Ali's looking good, man. 2 games in a row,
Yeah,
two
man.
solid performances. We
Yep.
might
He's
see. We
back to
might
back to
see
the old Delhi.
we might see the version of Deli Ali that Sir Alex Ferguson wanted to buy when he was at MK Dons. We'll see. Hoping he does big things, but you never know. United dropping points to Southampton. Southampton, who didn't look good last week, scrape a
Yep.
point off United.
Yep. And United show that you can't live off the hype. They didn't play terribly, but they fell asleep at some points and they just weren't that sharp. But also Rashford, it's a huge loss. That's a huge loss in my opinion. He's a different type of presence up there right now.
He hurt. He got injured.
Yeah, he hurt his shoulder, I believe. He just got back to he got back from surgery, I believe, and he just got back to the United Training Center today.
How long is he supposed to be out?
I think it's 3 weeks, I believe.
Okay.
I'm not
Yeah.
too sure.
Hopefully, I'm not sure their fixture list, but I think if Sancho gets his first start, and they've got enough firepower to get at least 7 points from the next nine. Plus, they got the international break, so he'll be back before you know it. They'll be fine. They'll be good to go.
Yeah, that's big for them.
And then Leicester West Ham. What do you think?
I mean, I think that red card was a little soft for Leicester. It, Ayuzi Perez, you can't really control yourself. He pretty much gets pushed, and so he's trying to get his footing back, and he just happens to stomp on a guy's ankle, and it looks terrible in slow motion. But I think he's just unlucky. But I mean, Antonio, with 31-year-old striker, finally finding his form. I think 31 is the new prime now. People always are saying like 28, 27. I think like 31, 32, people are starting to find their prime. Antonio is really starting to come out.
It's weird, I think um, I don't know. Either people hit their primes real early or they hit them late. And I don't know. Antonio and Vardy are two examples of the ones that hit them late. And then there's other guys that peak really early because they start getting game time really early. And then guys like Vardy, who was playing non-league until he was mid-20s, shows just the mileage on the legs really. West Ham though, they
Hmm.
got a they got a 4-2 win last week, didn't they as well? So they're looking quite good. They've
Yep.
scored four in both their opening games. So I don't know. I think some people thought that last season might have been a fluke, but they started off strong again. So who knows, man? Who knows? Hopefully they'll make things competitive in that top sort of 6 to 8 range.
No, I definitely think they are, and especially now that they like their main focus is pretty much the league. Like
Yeah,
they don't have to really worry about much. But I think they're going to be fighting for that
yeah.
Champions League spot. In my opinion,
They
they're
might. They'll be pushing
they're
teams for sure.
yep.
And
We just let's see if they have that longevity.
the last big Prem team, City, 5-0, super convincing. They looked sharp. Um, Not good for Jack Grealish to get his debut goal, or his home debut goal. You know who else actually impressed me though is Billy Gilmore. Whenever
Really.
Norwich had possession, it all went through him. He looked very comfortable, like in and around the City midfield, get like breaking the press. When
Hmm.
they had a couple little spells of like nice like sweeping play, switching points of attack, and he was at the middle of all of it. He really impressed me. I know generally they didn't look great, but I think he at least for the first half and parts of the second half, he I think did quite well. But yeah, City just typical City performance, wasn't it? Timing of the runs off the back shoulder, they pass you to sleep.
Yep.
Fullback runs off the back shoulder and cut it across for tap ins. Sterling getting back on the score sheet as well. I don't know, man. They'll be up first, second place come to the end of the league. That's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, I think the biggest thing for them right now is that Gabby J might be that guy. You know,
We'll see.
he's playing.
He's had a couple years to prove he's that guy. He's been inconsistent, but we'll see now that Aguero's gone. Because Ferran
Yep.
Torres, at least for now, is not it at that false nine spot. Also,
Yeah. No,
De Bruyne has to come back as well. So I don't know. We'll
that's huge.
see.
That's gonna be huge.
Yeah. On to the Bundesliga. I think Bayern, they've not looked as dominant as you'd think. They've all the big teams have dropped points in the Bundesliga except for Wolfsburg. Wolfsburg is the only team with 2 wins from two, but Bayern conceded 2 goals in about 4 minutes against
Yep.
Cologne. Really open game. Like Bayern always looked like they were going to win, but the defensive lapses, you never know. I don't know. It's kind of weird because every year people like they start off this way and people are like, oh, somebody could challenge for the title this year, and then by the end of the season they go on like a 12 game win streak, and that's kind of a wrap. But
Yeah. They just hit a different gear.
they do. Musiala, baller. He's gonna be really good. Not
Um,
that he isn't
they
already.
yeah, yeah, literally. They have those glimpses of dominance, and then like you said, there's just like those laps in defense, and it just doesn't seem like the old Bayern. But
They have a
again,
young defense though. They have a young defense.
yeah, yeah.
So
It might just take him a little bit to click, and then
mhm.
I think once they click, another off to the races.
Yeah, Alaba and Boateng for now going to be a big loss, that experience in the back, but they'll be fine.
Yeah.
Leipzig, they looked sharp after they lost match day one, turn around with a 4-0 win. Soboslai, 2 goals. The first one, an absolute cracker. But yeah, they looked good, man. They looked sharp. But it's weird. These teams, they've been super inconsistent.
Yeah, that is kind of weird, but Andre Silva finally on the score sheet. In my
Yep.
opinion, that's huge. That's
Yeah.
huge for them. He
Yeah.
needed
Good
to get off.
penalty.
Yeah, yeah. Quality penalty. Yep.
Hmm.
And
We
the
might.
first what?
I said we might as well get the elephant out of the room. Dortmund looked like garbage. Actually, it was weird, man. It was weird. It was one of those games where I think we had 76% of the ball, 18 shots to 7, and we lost 2-1. We hit the post about like 3 or 4 times. And then it's stupid mistakes, man. We give up a silly foul for the first free kick and then give the ball away
Mhm.
for the second goal. And we weren't clinical and we get punished. I don't actually think we looked that bad. It was just a very frustrating game. Gave the ball away in poor areas, but I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully, but to challenge for the title, those are the sorts of games that we have to be coming away with 3 points in.
Yeah, that's gonna be huge for you guys. And I
So
mean, what's it called? You guys had a backup right back. playing?
Yeah, Paslak again, both starting both the first and second choice right backs, both injured. I think Mathieu Morey he like messed up his knee in the cup last year. He's going to be out for another 6 months, I think, still, or something like that. And then maybe it's closer to 3 or 4 now at this point. It was at the end of the season. And then Munir, I want to say he had COVID, but I could be wrong. It's a short term. He should be back relatively soon, I think.
Okay.
So hopefully that will solve some of the problems. But Paslak, loved the guy, works hard for the team, but just not good enough, man. Just not good enough. It sucks. Like you never want to say that about a player,
Yeah,
but
no, of
it
course.
just to if we're gonna challenge for the title, he is not it at right back, man. He's not it. Um, Gladbach Leverkusen 4-0 win for Leverkusen after Gladbach held Bayern to a draw last week.
Yep.
That was just one of those games. I feel like for me, everything went wrong for Gladbach. First goal in the second minute, off the post, off the keeper's foot, and in. Super unlucky. They had 3 or 4 players come out injured. I don't know, just one of those games, and they missed a penalty. So just one of those games for them. But they'll be up there. Both those teams will be up there challenging for the Champions League come the end of the season. And then Wolfsburg come away with 3 points as well. So I think Bundesliga is shaping up again to be a Bayern, and then the next 5 teams fighting for the Champions League spots. And then yeah, well, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see, man.
Hey, but if anything, that's just as entertaining, you know. Like you want to see some people fighting for something, you know.
Yeah,
So
there's
at
always
least,
fighting. It's just never for the title.
yeah, yeah.
We'll see though. Hopefully, maybe this year is the year. Maybe this year is the year. But I don't know. We'll see.
Hopefully, I would love to
Then
see it. I would love to
yeah,
see it.
and then finally we've got La Liga. So Barcelona held to a 1-1 draw against Athletic Club, right?
Yep. I mean, a pretty good athletic club. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and they didn't play. They play that bad, and Barca got a red card. So I mean, they're playing. They played. In my opinion, a pretty good game. Pretty good game. Memphis Depay is showing that he can be that guy for us. You know,
Yeah.
getting on the score sheet, phenomenal goal, left foot, weak foot,
Yep.
upper 90 goalie's post,
Mm-hmm.
nuts.
Should have
That's
created the
nuts.
other one for Braithwaite as well if he didn't miss over the bar.
Oh, Lord Breathway, but I mean, we'll take it. We'll take it. We're still trying to recover from everything, and I think we're right on track.
Yeah. That Braithwaite miss kind of shows that all these players at the top level kind of have that ability. Like last week, he put in a banger of a performance, and then this week, not so much. It's the consistency that sets those top players apart.
Yep, yep. What's he called? And then
Real
you
Madrid,
got Atletico. Oh, I'm
Atletico.
sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're good. Real Madrid.
Oh, Real Madrid. I mean, I think they can be happy with that to a certain extent. Vinicius get on the score sheet twice. That's huge for them. Benzema playing out of his mind, and Bale, is he staying? Is he leaving? He got a goal. He's playing pretty well.
Yeah, but
What
that's
do
what he
Madrid
does,
fans
isn't it? He'll
want?
go score a goal, and then he'll be playing golf next weekend.
Hey, if you're putting balls in the back of the net, why not? Let the man do what he wants to do.
Yeah, that's what they say, isn't it, man? He's just chilling at this point. I feel like has to be,
Oh yeah, for sure,
but
for
we'll
sure.
see. I don't
These are
know.
just scrimmages to him. I like at this point. Like you saw his reaction after he scored the opening goal, and he just kind of, yeah, oh okay,
Yeah,
and just
whatever. I'm Gareth Bell.
jogged it back. You know
I do what I want. What a guy.
exactly.
What a guy. If I was him at the end
What
of
a
his
guy.
career, and I don't know. I don't blame him for
I
how
don't
he
even
goes
think
about
it
his
could be the
business.
end of his career. I think he could go for
No.
another two,
Well,
three if he
yeah,
wanted.
of course, but nobody's gonna want to pick up those wages. So we'll see.
Yeah, no.
We'll see what happens. Atletico Madrid, how'd they look?
Another classic Diego Simeone uh, performance. 1-0 win. That's just like that's an Atletico win for them. Like that's like their stamp, you know? That's what they do. And I mean defensive, solid, always solid defensively. Um I don't think did Suarez get in here? I believe Luis Suarez did go in. But I mean I think last year they had a team built around him, and then now they kind of Simeone
They're
kind of just
phasing him
found
out,
a
yeah.
yeah. Simeone found a different system that just isn't built around Suarez being the top goal scorer. Because last
Yeah.
year it was just literally it was built for him. everybody did the work for him, and he just waited in the box.
Yeah,
As this year, they're like I'm looking at their lineup right now, and they're playing a 3-1-4-2.
that's not a Suarez type of lineup.
That's not a Suarez type of lineup at all.
Nah.
Nah.
Atletico back-to-back champs, La Liga champs, you think?
I think if they keep these solid defensive performances up, I think so.
I
I
don't
think
know.
so.
That's
Because
Diego Simeone's trademark, isn't it?
exactly. So I mean, that's hard to beat. Like it's hard to beat if you don't get scored on, can't lose.
Yeah. Wild. Defense wins championships.
Hey,
Crazy.
as a right back, that's I'm gonna get that on my wall sometime like one day.
100%. 100%.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, well, it was great to talk to you, man. And all of you listening, join us next week for weekend roundup number 3. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed the content. We will see you all next time. Later.